Today I am hoping to change your perspective on social media. But first, hi, my name is Hava Schultz. If we're just meeting, feel free to subscribe right down here or at the bottom at any point while you watch this video. And if you're someone who's a regular, thanks again for coming. Let's just get right into this perspective change. I've been thinking a lot about social media over the past year or so because I've taken a totally new stance with it, as opposed to in the past where in high school, like, I got an Instagram account, but I was just one of those regular users, you know, the girl who just kind of posts a cool picture every once in a while with a witty one-liner. But then at some point during college, I decided I wanted to take it a little more seriously. Even though I changed as far as a user goes, turning from just an ordinary user to someone who uses it more as a creator and as an outlet of creative expression and maybe to build community and stuff and tie it into my professional goals, I've also thought a lot about it as a consumer. I think that when it comes to consuming social media content, you need to really observe your behavior. And the first thing I want to address is the whole thing about how people get upset that other people on social media aren't showing all the bad stuff that happens. Yes, it's a highlight reel, but guess what? You want it to be a highlight reel. I mean, how depressing would it be to go on social media and constantly see people crying or fighting or whatever other negative emotions are going on in their lives? You don't want to see that. Don't you want to go to social media and have kind of a feel-good moment? And then think about others who complain and write up all their sorrows on Facebook, and I feel bad for those people because they kind of got a bad rap because everybody else is like, don't pour your heart out on Facebook. And then at the same time, those people clearly need some sort of support or they wouldn't post it publicly. But it's sort of this double standard because while people shame the ones who actually pour their heart out in sadness, at the same time, they also get really upset that they don't see any of the stuff from people whose lives look so perfect. But seriously, you don't want all that on your newsfeed. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be real. They totally should. You know, it's one thing to write something difficult that's going on in your life under a photo, and it's a whole nother thing to actually show yourself crying. Now, nothing to the people who choose to do that. I think it can be done, and it's perfectly okay if someone's comfortable sharing their emotions, but I think we also need to respect people who choose to keep their hardships private. To take it one step further to the visuals, you know how people talk about the fact that, oh, they're just editing their photos or whatever. Like, what is wrong with editing out a pimple? You know what I mean? I wear makeup. Guess what? I'm having a breakout right now. I'm recovering from it, but I have blemishes on my face, but nobody shuns me for wearing makeup. So why does that person need to, for eternity, remember their breakout? What's wrong with bringing up the colors and making the sunset more vibrant or the shirt look even more blue than it does in person, even if it's not as realistic? There's something to be said about the fact that people create an aesthetic and they turn their photos, while they may be in them and some of them may be snapshots, they turn them into a work of art. We need to not knock on this stuff. We need to actually appreciate it. Appreciate that people are sharing the highlights of their lives. People are creating beautiful things for us to see. While you can look at things and be jealous of these experiences, oh, this person is gallivanting around the globe, they're having such a good time, and maybe it triggers something in you that makes you feel upset. And if seeing someone else's really great life experiences makes you upset, then you know what? Take control of the situation and choose to mute or unfollow that person. It's okay. On the flip side, you could also look at all that and feel inspired. A lot of people that I follow on social media have given me a view into what is possible for my life that I never could have even dreamed of before. I understand that you might look at people and feel a little bit jealous, even if you want to be inspired. Find the people that you can pay attention to that don't incite that in you, that just make you feel inspired. Appreciate the fact that we have beautiful things that we can look at and inspirational, happy things we can feed our minds, and stop knocking people for that, because I think it really is a good thing. Social media is a highlight reel. People do edit their content, and actually, we should all be grateful for it. Look at all this free entertainment we're getting, just like this right here. I'm taking time out of my day to create this piece of entertainment for you because I mean, while you may be learning something, I'm entertaining you with what I have to say and talk about, and then I'm gonna go ahead and edit it and work on it. And I've got plenty of other videos on this channel that are far more edited, that I spent hours on, and you consume it for free. That's amazing. And by the way, while we're on this subject, why don't we just jump right in and talk about the fact that also people get really upset when they find out that their favorite influencer or personality or whatever you call that person is posting an ad or now making money. I think that is the way wrong perspective. Forgive me if I just offended you by saying your perspective is wrong if that's yours. I'm also not saying this, by the way, out of defense. I don't make money on social media, at least not yet. I don't make money on Instagram, I don't make money on YouTube, but I support the people who do because they are actually making a living at doing this by making money through YouTube AdSense or saying, hey, this video was sponsored by whoever, or making a sponsored post or Instagram story or whatever. They are making money so that they can sustain themselves, and yes, some of them make so much money that they get to live luxurious lives, and good for them. But it also allows them to spend more time creating this content for us, and that's really fantastic. We should support people who do that and just make sure that they're being authentic, that they are having a sponsorship by a brand that they actually believe in. Most successful influencers only say yes to the ones that they actually support, even if they've tried it for the first time and then they discover, hey, this is great, because they understand the importance of that sense of connection. And I feel like I have gone off on a bit of a tangent here, but to just kind of bring it all back around for you, I want you to remember that we should be grateful for the financial opportunities that influencers and personalities have so that they can create more inspiring, uplifting, and aesthetic content for us to consume just for the mere enjoyment of it. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. If you like these kinds of videos, I do have a couple others I will link down in the description, but please drop a comment if you want to see more of this and make a specific request if there's a certain topic you want me to touch on. Thanks again, like this video, subscribe, hit notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!